All right, Coach, want to open us up with the opening statement? We'll open up for questions.
Yeah, so obviously Will Fleming came out. It was sharp. It's great to see 2 consecutive starts where, our guy comes out in the first inning and he's sharp. Love seeing Will bang a first pitch breaking ball of the game right in there. And that really set the tone for the day. I mean, I can't count how many times he dropped a 2-0 breaking ball in there, maybe 3 or 4 times, bunch of 0-0 breaking balls and 1-0 breaking balls. And that's just as a hitter. And, you couple that with a 92 to 95 mile an hour fastball, it just makes it really hard to get in there and be comfortable. Also threw a couple good changeups. I was glad to see had his changeup going a little bit too. They don't have many left-handers in the lineup, so didn't throw many. I thought our at-bats were much better today than they were yesterday. So it was good to see that. And their starter Keen's good. I mean, he's really good. And thought we just had great at-bats up and down the lineup against him. Obviously, Michael Ludwig, Pierce Bennett, Michael Ciccone set the table all day today for starters. Bobby Seymour, good to see him get going, and Michael Ludwig had a big day too. So, really pleased. Our left-handed bats, today did a great job in addition to Pierce Bennett.
It's not often that I see your team put up 9 runs without a single home run. What was it that was so different about their approach tonight, and how was that effective for them?
Yeah, I think they just weren't flipping as many counts. I think yesterday we just took too many counts. They were throwing a lot of, behind in the count off-speed pitches, and we were, chasing out of the zone. And it just, flipped those 1-1 counts. The difference between 2-1 and 1-2 is huge. And then even some of those 2-1 counts that would now go to 3-1, yesterday we flipped those counts to 2-2. So again, I just felt like we just a better job of executing our plan. And, maybe last night just a little too kind of hyped up and, we kind of settled in. We didn't run the bases very well today, and we didn't play very good defense today, but I thought we pitched and swung the bats well today.
Was it kind of good in a way to see Will face a little bit of adversity in a couple of those later innings for him and to see him pitch around that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously he's going to need to do that. You know what I mean? Again, I thought he bared down and made some really good pitches. The bases loaded with 1 out, made some big pitches there and got us in the dugout without any runs. And, kind of built on that from there. But again, the key for him was just that breaking ball. And then our bullpen, I think our bullpen, our bullpen is, we've got 6 different pitchers that have thrown out of the bullpen, and 5 out of the 6 have gotten a leadoff hitter out. The lone exception being Rhett. And we need to do a better job controlling the running game out of our bullpen. But I thought our bullpen, the last 2 nights has been good.
Tom, you and I talked earlier, about Michael Ludwig. He was working hard on his swing. From yesterday to today, what impressed you the most from yesterday's game to today? And when he made that catch in the outfield, what was going through your mind when you saw that?
Well, that was, first of all, I thought that was going to be a home run. I mean, that ball was really well hit. The wind kind of kept it in, and Michael hung with that in tough conditions. So, and then he just built on that from there. I mean, his he had a huge at bat with 2 outs. I guess it was maybe in the 2nd or 3rd inning, with 2 outs after their team gets a big out, on the line drive to 3rd on Muntz, and he doubles, if they keep the score, whatever it was at that time, 3-0, I think maybe, changes, really changes the whole game. So really, hit the ball the other way all day and then, pulled the ball into right center too. So I was, really pleased with that at bats. I thought he slowed things down. I think the big key, and we've seen it with some of our other guys, Jimmy Broderick, it's kind of moving a little fast for him right now. And Michael did a great job today slowing the game down.
And then for your guys on the mound today, going into your next game, learning the 2 games, the first one was a little tough. This one went a little more smooth. Overall, starters and bullpen, what are you most impressed and what are you most proud of those guys from the first 2 games today?
Well, again, I think we've pitched the ball really well. We got a little, again, we kind of beat ourselves a little bit yesterday, had an error and a couple of walks in some bad situations and gave up too many 2-out RBIs yesterday. But again, give credit to Northeastern for doing a good job. But again, I feel like for 18 innings, we've pitched the ball pretty well. So I'm really pleased. And we've had some freshmen come in there and get it done. Brendan Oxford got a big strike out of that left-handed hitter in a big situation with 1st and 2nd with 1 out. And when it looked like he was kind of on the ropes, and then I was really happy with Cole McNamee. I mean, coming in 4 up, 4 down and threw the ball really well. He's a big piece to our bullpen. So it's good to see him come in and be sharp.
We keep hearing about the big arms, and yet it seems like the breaking balls have been what set up a lot of really good pitching sequences. Is that something that they really put a lot of time into, or is it just the maturity of some of your older guys and the freshmen came in with it?
Yeah, no, I mean, again, you saw that today with certainly with Will, who's an older guy, and Cole, who's an older guy. Again, some of those other guys, kind of hit or miss on that stuff. But again, it's something you have to do in college baseball. You've got to be able to cross count. I mean, again, 95. I mean, if they're dead red on fastball and you throw it over the middle of the plate, it's going to get hit. So Coach Hendricks has been working really hard to get these guys to be able to do that. And again, they executed today.
That's 2 days in a row too that you've talked about defense without a giant smile on your face. When, at what point does that start becoming a little bit more concerning to you?
Well, we're going to get Michael Ciccone back in the lineup soon, back out there, and that'll help solidify our defense.
Any idea when that'll be?
I think Tuesday at the latest. I mean, I think there's an outside chance we have him for tomorrow, but I think Tuesday for sure. And I mean, I'd say 10% for tomorrow, 60% for Tuesday, 100% for Friday.
Obviously, Shane Smith is slated to be your midday starter at this point, but he's going tomorrow instead. What's kind of the game plan for the Pen tomorrow? And then who do you turn the ball over to on Tuesday?
Yeah, so we're hoping to get 5 out of Shane Smith tomorrow. His pitch count isn't built up quite as much as Ryan and Will. So 5 good innings out of him. And then we've got Adler, kind of Adler, Wade, Manassi, and McGraw. We haven't seen McGraw yet. So, good chance McGraw throws 2 innings if he needs to. But, we'll go back to Manassi, Adler, and Wade tomorrow. Basically same formula as Friday. And then Tuesday, Rhett Lauder will get the start on Tuesday. That's why we got him an inning of work today, just to kind of as a tune-up, get the freshman jitters out of the way and be ready for Tuesday against Coastal.
Then you just hope to get a handful of innings out of him on Tuesday?
Yeah, I think he's ready for 4 innings. I think if I had to draw it up, we'd get maybe 4 out of him, 2 out of Crawford, Wade, and then piece it together at the end with kind of the gas house gang.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, guys.
One more question about Shane. Comes back, and you're talking about Shane going to Tuesdays. How will you use him out of the bullpen on the weekend? Will you use him to close? Will you use him high leverage situations middle? Or have you got any kind of idea in your head what you want to do there?
Yeah, I mean, not yet. I mean, I think, a lot's going to depend on how he throws, this week and probably next. I mean, I do not anticipate we'll have Tony for Notre Dame. So, I think Shane's going to get this start in the next one for sure. So, again, if he's throwing the ball well, then, we could see Tony on Tuesdays or Tony pitching out of the bullpen. I mean, again, we certainly haven't ruled that out by any stretch. I mean, it's kind of nice to have a dogfight for that. But to get back to your question, I mean, I could see it where we would limit his pitch count on Tuesdays so that if we needed him, on Friday or Saturday or even Sunday, that we would have him.
All right, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Do I? Okay. Questions, guys?
Well, a nice start. Congratulations. What did you think was working well for you, buddy?
Yeah, it was nice being out there, number one. I think just landing a breaking ball early in the count kind of threw them off a little bit because their approach was definitely swing early and often at fastballs. And I think you could see that sometimes with, where the balls were landing, pulling them foul. But no, I thought the breaking ball early in the count and kind of set up my other pitches, especially fastball up and in.
When you were relieving, how many guys did you start off with breaking balls total in the amount of time that you were a reliever?
Not many. Every time I think about that, like I just go back to NC State when I think I threw 40 fastballs in a row when I was a reliever. So things have definitely changed over time for sure.
How difficult was it to make that transition? I mean, are you 100% confident I'm going to throw it. I know it's going to be a strike because you had some great location with it. You know, you seem like you're completely sold on it.
Yeah, no, I feel great. The curveball is a little iffy tonight. I don't know if that was getting out of my delivery or whatever, that maybe the cold, but yeah, no, I mean, it's been nice working with Hendricks and my delivery. Sometimes I'm jumping out of my delivery a little bit. So if I stay through it, my breaking ball is, much better each year I've been here so far.
What causes you to jump out of your delivery?
I think sometimes I just, get too excited, or I have to execute this pitch right here. And then I, try to locate it where I need it instead of, trusting my legs and my hips and my upper body to work the way they should.
What's it like getting the early offense behind you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's super nice. It's definitely nice to be out there. But at the same time, when it's 35 degrees, you got to wait for 30 minutes too. So no, it's nice. Obviously, pitching behind the lead for sure.
Well, for you, this was a big night for you and big night for the offense. You didn't pitch yesterday, but from seeing the guys from the night before, from today, what do you think, as a team, you guys improved on the most?
Yeah, for me, it's nice also taking the chart. I do the pitching chart for Ryan, so I can kind of see their tendencies as, hitting. But it was nice to watch them put quality at bats together. They were going deep in counts. We got their better pitcher out of the game in 3 or 4 innings, and so it's nice to see, the bullpen, the hitters, all of us working together to have a complete game there.
And then for you individually, what were you most proud of your performance on the mound today?
Yeah, I mean, I think just locating my stuff. I had a few good changeups. I've been working on that a lot just to have, to throw lefties and righties. But fastball up and then locating my slider were my 2 biggest things, takeaways.
How about your sinker?
Yeah, my 2-seam was moving a lot, especially in the beginning. Maybe I was just too excited to get out there again. But yeah, it was moving a lot. Sometimes it's a little hard to control, so I just gotta stay in my delivery on that one for sure.
I know you'd probably rather have six clean innings, but how did you feel about the way you worked out of a couple of tough spots there late?
Yeah, I mean, I think in the past I struggled with that. So I mean, I think it's nice to experience that now, especially ACC play starts next week. So just kind of have to have that reset and move on. But I mean, I was glad I got out of those jams.
Anything else, guys?
Good. Thank you.
Thanks, Will.
Thanks,
All
guys.
right, thanks, guys.